Ooh, look at all of this. But this is my team so far. Mudball is inspired off of precisely my brow. There was a butterfly that flew so close. Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, day 2 of Raikou Research Week. However, as you can see, we are not on our usual screen. I don't know what was up with me this morning. When I woke up to my alarm, I accidentally did the slider. And here we are. So I kept it open since then, stuck on the screen, but we are now ready to start our sleep research. There you go. So let's see what sort of Pokemon showed up. And we got 100% sleep. 100%, I mean. So that's really good. And we got a slumbering type. I do not remember what type Entei shows up on. And I believe I finished the day at Ultra 4 or 5, which is really great progress. Also, thanks to you guys who commented, Fabian and MP, I've decided to stay on Salad Week. I think I was just freaking out because I came a little unprepared and didn't refresh my memory on some things before starting the event and filming. But after some thought, I was like, you know what? I totally got this. But I will be listening to MP's advice, and for the following week, I'll try to get curry. So there's that. Now let's see. Ooh, we got a new Cyndaquil sleep style. It's nice to see a variety of Pokemon types on the screen now since I've been in Topalo for like the last 2 weeks. So I'm used to seeing a certain type of Pokemon. So the variety is very nice. And it's always so nice to see like the themes of Greengrass Isle for these events. Although such a missed opportunity for the Flower Festival, they definitely should have added cherry blossoms or like floating flower petals. So we do have a bonus biscuit, so I'm going to use that on the Larvitar is hungry. Gonna use that on, oh, I'm only 1 bar away. Okay, so I can catch a Cyndaquil and the Larvitar. Damn. I don't want to waste a biscuit because I'll be 1 tick over for my Ghastly. I'm gonna put it on the Swablu because I do eventually want to find a really good Swablu. So this one will get some cookies. And then we got our hungry Larvitar. I only have 4 Poke Biscuits left. This is quite dangerous. So I'll hold back on catching the Ghastly. And I also used up all of the... I redeemed all of the Poke Biscuits in the shop, I believe. But as you can see, the friendship level is now 11. So this Pokemon onwards, every Cyndaquil I catch at slot 10, the sub-skill slot 10, will be a gold skill. So for those who did not know about that. Yeah, I'm pretty screwed. I don't have any more cookies. Will I have to get the pass? Oh, let's do this while we're at it. The subscription, I mean. I don't know. Should I get the subscription? Just to get more cookies. Alright, so we are gonna keep it here. Flame spouting sleep. And we got 44 Entei mains, which is really nice from that sleep session. Okay, the moment of truth. We'll see what we got. A quiet nature. I believe that's ingredients up, right? So it's a double beans. Yep. But I have better, so this will be thrown into the bin. No ingredient finding sub-skills, which sucks. Alright, and now for a Cyndaquil. It's a Modest, so that's main skill chance up. Skill level up M. Oh, actually Modest is ingredient finding up. In my mind, because in the games, right, when it's a Modest nature, it's special attack up and I think physical attack down. Let me blow my nose for a moment. We definitely need to hire a handyman to clean out the air vents because it's getting quite dusty. Alright, so yeah, turns out Modest is ingredient finding up, which I do not need. So we got skill level up M, skill trigger M, inventory up, skill trigger helping speed. So this will go to the bin and this will become candy for my other Typhlosion. Well, the only Typhlosion I have, not other. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Ooh, look at all of this. Damn, my Ninetales is doing fantastic. It's a berry finding Ninetales, which I must give a lot of thanks to a previous viewer who told me that between the two that I have, I should go with the berry finding one, and I did that. So thank you very much. Because the other one had helping speed up, but no berry finding, and this one had berry finding, but main skill chance up. So, but it all works out. And as MP and Fabian suggested, for Salad Week, I can just swap in my Golem. Turns out I did have a Golem. Well, actually, I evolved it to a Golem yesterday. And I can't wait to show you guys the name. Oh my god, my Ninetales dropped no ingredients. My Charizard didn't even pop a skill. So I have my Ampharos there because I want to collect some eggs as well. So we've quickly completed the favorite berries mission for Snorlax, which is fantastic. And I figured my go-to would be the Superpower Extreme Salad. With that's why I have my Ampharos and my Golem there for the eggs and potatoes. But because I have additional ingredients from the previous weeks, like apples, I can make my Gluttony Potato Salad. I could also make the Overheat Ginger Salad. So I will go with the Overheat Ginger Salad for now. We will go through all of our ingredients that we have in surplus. And maybe eventually I'll swap out my Golem once I get enough potatoes for another Charizard. Because with the event buff, your main skill, once it procs, it's one level more than what's your Pokemon main skill actually is, which is really great. So for Charizards, you're gonna get a lot of ingredients. Although it's random, I don't mind it because a lot of times those ingredients I can use for other dishes as well. So we are now Master 1 on a Tuesday, which is amazing, fantastic. Very happy about that. And let us pick up our sleep points. We already got the reward. And I already forgot what it was, which is not good. I need about a little under 1k more sleep points to get the Master Biscuit. Just wanted to remove that sticker icon. Now let's look at our missions. We've completed our weekly mission of giving Snorlax its favorite berries. And for my weekly mission this week at Greengrass Isle, once I get my Snorlax to Master 3, I will get a Metapod incense. Another thing, so that Cyndaquil showed up because I used my Cyndaquil incense last night because I'm trying to remember, usually for missions, not missions, usually for events like this, there is a incense mission. As you can see here, use 7 incense, so that's about 1 a day. So trying to get this one because you get 50 Raikumins from it, so you could use 2 incense a day. However, you cannot use 2 Pokemon incense stacked on each other. So just a little reminder for some of you guys, or for those of you who did not know. But this is my team so far. Oh my god, it's... Okay, it's called Desserts, but it's not. Wait, you know, we'll forget about it. But my Ninetales, there's this game that I used to play in my youth called Ragnarok Online. Loved it. And there was this MVP boss called Moonlight Flower. And it's basically based off like a kitsune. And when I look at Ninetales, I think of that because of the color scheme and the elegance and everything. Moonlight Flower would be too long of a name though, just given the character limit. And I didn't want to name it Moonlight only. So I looked up on Google what is the Latin word for moonlight. And it gave me the translation. But I didn't like lumen at the end because that's what light is. So I only went with the moon. I don't know how to pronounce it. Probably should have listened to the Google speech thingy. But I think it's pronounced like Iune. No idea. I might be butchering that, sorry for those who can read and speak Latin. But yeah, that was the name that inspired my Ninetales. So it's basically just moon in Latin. And then we have Aid. I just looked up like mythical fire names and that was there. It's short and sweet, I like it. Merino, because if you're familiar with textiles and materials, fibers and all that, merino is a type of fiber, I guess. Yeah. And you typically find it in like cardigans, I don't know, maybe socks. But yeah, merino wool, very soft. Although Ampharos is quite the naked sheep, but merino is a very cute name. And then we have Agni, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with the name Agni, especially when it comes to fire. This is my beautiful Typhlosion Agni. She is so gorgeous. And then we have Mudball, which is kind of the oddball name in this group. But Mudball is inspired off of, if you are familiar in Japan, I don't know if other places do this either, but I only know about this because of anime, okay? And I've seen it once in real life when I was in Japan. I'll talk about that later. But I would see like in anime where children would polish a mud ball until it becomes shiny. And I feel like with Geodude, as it evolves, you know, it's very rugged until it becomes what it is now. And it's almost like perfectly round in the surface, so I decided to name it Mudball. And speaking of Mudball, when I was in Japan last October, my boyfriend and I went to a museum. It's called 2121 Design. And the exhibit that we were looking at during our time of visit was about natural materials and, you know, human pollution as well. But how can you use those waste materials like plastic in the oceans that you find to create new life and new art? And a mud ball was actually one of the things that were being displayed, and you could like move it around and everything. So I picked it up and I was like, whoa, never thought I would see a mud ball in real life, but really fulfilled that, you know, anime expectation versus reality type of thing for me. So pretty neat. That's the story behind the names. And yeah, I like to give a little bit of thought when it comes to naming my Pokemon because it just makes it feel a little bit more sentimental. Alright, so we received a new medal. A number of times sleep tracking started within 30 minutes of previous day's start time. That's interesting that they wrote within like that. So that's actually the first time I've seen it written like that. But without further ado, let's go on to our sleep research and let's see how much main we got today. So we got 12 main, we have 50 friends, they're all maxed level friendship, level 5. We only got 12, kind of sad. So thank you so much to my 4 lovely friends for that. You can't choose, but it's like kind of random, so yeah. Let's see what everyone got. Alright, so to keep you guys up to date with my little eyebrow fiasco, as you guys know, yesterday my eyebrow pencil broke. Quite a shame. Aw, Gabzilla's team is like so pink and purple, I love that. But yeah, it broke, so I decided to go to the drugstore near me to pick up a new one. The one I used was from Revlon, but I'm so sad because they did not have my shade anymore. So I was like, shit, I don't know what to do. And I looked at other brands like L'Oreal, they still didn't have the shade that I wanted. I usually go for like a dark brown because I have black hair. So I was in quite the pickle. But there was a benefit counter in there. And I do recall some of the girlies that I follow on social media talk about the Benefit Precisely My Brow Detailer. And I love the fine tips when it comes to eyebrow pencils because I really like that soft hair stroke that adds for that fluffy featheriness of it. I was never really into that like on fleek eyebrow look. Looks beautiful on other girls, especially how it plays well with their facial features. I feel like for my facial features it just doesn't look well. And Jonathan encountered a Entei, so I think it's the first one we saw, right? Yeah, that's the first one we saw. Whoa, so cool. I have to go look up what a shiny Entei looks like because I'm not familiar with what the color scheme looks like for that. But yeah, so I found this one. And this one is pretty interesting. If you're curious to see what the package looks like, it's like this. Precisely My Brow. And it's a teeny tiny 0.8 millimeter tip. Sorry, that will not focus, but it's 12-hour long wear, waterproof, smudge proof, and glides on smoothly. The funny thing is, there's asterisks, instrumental test on 25 participants. Why only 25 participants? I mean, it's Benefit. I'm sure they could have had a larger pool of candidates to test this on. But I went for the color number 5, warm black brown. And it's not too warm, which I enjoy. I wanted to go for the 4.5 shade, but they didn't have that. So I was like, okay, I'll go for the 5. Although I'm a little worried that it's going to be too dark. But this is the eyebrows. And I don't think it's like too dark. So I don't know, I love it. And you'll see here, there's this little plastic stopper there. You're not supposed to pull that out. You're actually only supposed to, you're not supposed to use it like this. You're supposed to twirl up the product up until where the plastic stops, because once you press down, the plastic moves out of the way and you can draw on your brows, and that's how you don't break the tip off and waste product. And it made me think of this lead pencil I used to have, because Japanese lead pencils are freaking amazing. The engineering behind that is such a craft. But there was this one lead pencil where it was like that too, and when you would write, it would move the outer protector out of the way, and that way your lead stops snapping. Because if you use mechanical pencils, you'll know that you go through that shit a lot. Like the lead, you go through that a lot, especially if it's breaking. And then you have a spoolie on the other end. One thing I noticed though, like, so you just like that pop it off, right? But if you twist it, I don't know, is that, you could refill it, which is pretty nice, but I didn't see any refills there, so I don't know. But yeah, shade 5, really like it, and I'm very glad I picked this up. Although there's not a lot of products, so I'm not sure how much this will last me. There's 0.02 grams of product in this compared to like 0.08 that you get with like a 0.05 tip for this. The one I used before was like a 0.05, so it's a tad thicker. But I love the 0.08 because it's just so fine and it really fills up the sparseness of your brows really well. Another product I picked up yesterday, this is the L'Oreal Unbelievable Brow Long Wear Top Coat. And I was looking for a replacement of my eyebrow gel. And I thought this was an eyebrow gel. It turns out it's not. It's something that you put on top of your brows so that your brows stay in place, and even if water gets on it, it won't like smear or run down or anything or fade away, right? I never really had that issues with my brows. So yeah, if you want that sort of product, this one, but this is not a gel, which I kind of sad about. So I have this laying around and I don't even really need to use it. It's like a liquid, so it says to shake very well. And then if you're curious, this is what the brush looks like. And yeah, this will seal your eyebrows in. I guess it's good for like the thick of summer when it's super hot outside and you're sweating your eyebrows off. So I don't know, maybe it's a blessing in disguise and maybe I'll get good use out of it. But yesterday was Victoria Day. It was an absolutely gorgeous day outside. My boyfriend and I went for a little coffee cafe walk, and the server was like, "Are you guys from here?" And we're like, "Yeah." And basically he asked us that because he was like, "Oh, I thought you guys were like not local and you're on vacation." And I was like, you know what? That's not the first time we've heard that, because when we went to another coffee shop, the waiter asked us the same thing. He's like, "Are you guys from around here?" And he's like, "You guys just seem too happy to be around here." So yeah. And I thought that was very funny because my boyfriend and I laugh a lot with each other. So I guess it does kind of come off to people like we're new to the area and we're just like vacationing and we're having a good time. But then it's like, damn, people must be, there must be so much sad people walking in, you know? But yeah, the guy was telling us how like, you guys look like you're having too much fun to be locals here. And I thought that was funny. But he was super sweet. I had an iced macchiato with a cannoli, and my boyfriend had a iced Americano with a cannoli. And it was very fun. We sat in a little hidden away park with a fountain in the middle. There were birds that were taking a bird bath, which is so cute, and there was a butterfly that flew so close to my boyfriend and I. And we had a lot of instances with butterflies where they would fly towards us, but then like they would fly away. Like they would get pretty close, but not like super close in our bubble. But the butterfly yesterday was so close, like so close, you know? And I thought it was gonna land on me, but it didn't. So if you guys remember last year, I said one of my wishes is to be able to have a butterfly land on me one day. So it didn't come true yesterday, but eventually one day it will. So that is our research community tab. And it is now lunchtime. So let's enjoy some lunch together. Is there anything I could pick up? So I will make the gluttony potato salad. So yeah, I had a fantastic day yesterday and ended the night with a heels class. And I was looking forward to this class all week because I love the choreo. I was practicing super hard on my body rolls at home, and I practiced with a friend too. She came over and we practiced in the yoga studio. But yeah, the practice really paid off, and I just felt so comfortable and confident doing the choreo, although I just can't get past that mental block I have when it comes to freestyle. Like when it comes to pole, I'm able to know like how to transition move to move, but when it comes to heels dance, I just blank. And for me, unless I know exactly how to transition and do that, I'm not going to feel confident in even trying to attempt it. So I think I got to practice like freestyling at home, and then I'll get over it. But overall, super happy, love the class, and sad that the choreo is over, but I'm excited to see what kind of dance we'll be doing next week, what style, so we'll see. I hope it's not voguing or contemporary, but between the two, I would rather contemporary. But yeah, that was my day yesterday. I had a really lovely long weekend, and there's expected to be thunder showers for the next following 3 days. So we soaked up a lot of sun, but the rain might be coming, which is not a bad thing because that means more plants. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. I hope you enjoyed the stories. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hope that your progress so far is going along. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So until then, take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.